right, we are going to go through how to create a corsage. So I've got our stems here, I've got some eucalyptus, we've got our lisianthus here, and we've got some filler flowers. We've got also parvifolia eucalyptus, which we're going to use. So I'm going to start here by cutting our stems. I've got some cut here already, and I'm going to just cut off a little bit more of this filler, as well as the lisianthus. So the style of corsage that we like to do is a wristlet. We find it just is the best way to be comfortable on the wrist, and it's easy for the client to put on, and it's also a nice way that they can kind of match what they're wearing with the type of ribbon that we use. So I'll show you how that gets tied on after, but first we will go through creating the corsage. So you're going to want to strip your stems at the bottom so that you have a stem here where you're going to tape. I'm going to start by creating the base with greenery. And then you're going to want to go in and start adding your filler flowers. I actually have a pink lisianthus here I wanted to use. These are super pretty. So these are lisianthus in the pink blush color. All right, so got my base here. So I'm going to start adding in my filler flowers. You're going to want to keep a tight hold on the bottom there just to make sure that everything stays in place. You can also add to the back to kind of create that depth. Now I'm going to start going in with my focal flowers. So I'm going to use these pink lisianthus. It's going to blow them open a little bit there. So you're going to want to place these in the front. Move that over. And then I'm going to go in with a couple of white ones as well. Just pop that little guy down. So you're going to want to practice how that will look on somebody's wrist. It looks pretty big. I think it's just the camera there, but I'm pretty happy with how that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that off. So for this, I'm going to use our waterproof floral tape. You're going to hide it with the ribbon, so that's totally good. Can't find the opening here. You're also going to want to try and pre-cut this so that you don't have to do this with the flowers in your hand. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. This tape is super, super strong, super sticky, it's waterproof, it's great. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape this. I'm gonna go at the root, right underneath the blooms, and I'm gonna just tape around in one spot. I don't want to go down the stems like we did in the boutonniere video if you've watched that one already. So we're gonna just keep it super thin, because like I mentioned, we're gonna go around with the ribbon to hide the tape. So if you can see there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut to make those stems a straight cut line. Some of these aren't cutting very well. All right, so once you've cut those, now you're gonna go in with your ribbon. So we are using this super pretty, it's almost an ivory color here. So we're gonna go in, lay this down first, and then we're gonna put our boutonniere stems on top. I'm gonna turn this over, or sorry, corsage. I'm gonna just turn this over so you can see what I'm doing here. And you're going to just tie this in a knot. And you're going to want to hide that tape that you just put on. And then you're going to want to double knot that to make sure it's nice and tight so that it doesn't fall off. So you can see there that I've tied the stems, and you can't see that tape. So that's it. This is corsage. So they're going to tie it onto their wrist with this ribbon here. And then it'll be nice and tight. You don't have to worry about the size. And then they have a really pretty bow that they can match to their outfit. And then again, when it comes to packaging, you're gonna do the same as the boutonniere. We have these clear boutonniere corsage boxes. So you're gonna pack this into the box with the ribbon, ensuring that you don't crush any of the stems. And you're gonna wanna put this into a fridge. You can spray it with some water to keep it hydrated. If you're using very delicate stems, you can put a small piece of floral foam on the stems until your client is going to put it on. And again, when you drop these off to your bride or your groom or any of the clients that are going to be wearing these, you want to make sure you tell them to keep them in the fridge until they're ready to put them on.